Next year, Oklahoma high school students will have conspiracy theories about the 2020 election added to their social studies curricula. Yes, you heard that right. In a section on President Trump's first term, students will be asked to, quote, identify discrepancies in 2020 elections results by looking at graphs and other information, including the sudden halting of ballot counting in select cities in key battleground states, the security risks of mail-in balloting, sudden batch dumps, an unforeseen record number of voters, and the unprecedented contradiction of bellwether county trends. I was quoting there. To be clear, there is absolutely no evidence of any significant discrepancies or voter fraud in the 2020 election. A group of parents and teachers has already filed a lawsuit asking a judge to nullify the curriculum. And some parents are writing letters to opt their children out of the, quote, ideologically charged social studies lessons. Joining us now, someone leading that charge, Erica Watkins, director of We're Oklahoma Education. Ms. Watkins, thank you very much for coming to the weekend. So have you heard anything in response to the opt-out letters?
Thank you for having me. Yes, I have. Parents have been really excited. People are wanting to make sure that their students aren't included in some of this ideologically charged curriculum. As far as the State Department of Education, Ryan Walters has called us every name in the book. He's not excited about parents using their rights to opt out of this curriculum, but we are going to do just that.
And how much support is there actually for this curriculum?
There's not a lot. This curriculum had a lot of public pushback. The election conspiracy claims were actually added after public comment was closed and kind of snuck in where some new board members weren't even aware of this. So there's been a lot of public pushback, but they're just pushing it through anyway because it's just part of a larger plan by the people that wrote this curriculum.
Erica, we want to put up just kind of a collage of headlines of what the superintendent of Oklahoma Education wants to put in. So Bibles that Oklahoma wants for the schools match a version backed by Trump. Then the top educator requires schools to play a video of him praying for Trump. And yeah, that's kind of some of the grab bag of what you got there. What about, I don't know, what about the argument separation of church and state? That isn't coming to play at all here?
I mean, it does, but these people actually argue that there is no separation of church and state. Ryan Walters himself has said that that's not a thing, that the founders did not believe that, which is blatantly false. But our opt-out forms do actually include all of the PragerU curriculum, the videos that he was mandating, and the Bible lessons, as well as these harmful things that are in these social studies standards.
Ms. Watkins, I would like to point out that really quickly that Oklahoma is 49th in the nation in education, PK through 12, which feels like there's other things that the superintendent here could be focusing on. I want to zoom out a little bit because my question to you is, what do you think is behind this kind of politicization of education? What are they really trying to do here?
Well, I mean, the end goal is to privatize education. We are seeing a coordinated attempt to attack all of the institutions across the United States. And by privatizing and putting ideologically and religious-based content in public schools, they're using that as a weapon to get political control of the schools, the education, the curriculum, and generations to come. So this is part of a nationwide effort to undermine democracy and put forth their ideology as if it is fact. And Oklahoma is just the testing ground for things like Project 2025.
Yeah, the superintendent, Ryan Walters, has said to the AP, the standards do not instruct students on what to believe. Rather, they encourage critical thinking by inviting students to examine real events, review publicly available information, and come to their own conclusions, which is not how I was taught. Right. He's also said the new curriculum will allow students to think for themselves and not be spoon-fed left-wing propaganda. Do you think that's what this curriculum is going to do for students?
I mean, this is saying that we're going to treat conspiracy theories as the same thing as objective fact and weigh the difference, and that's not what it is. There is no leftist indoctrination in Oklahoma public schools. What Ryan Walters wants is white Christian nationalist rhetoric in the schools, and that is exactly what they're trying to do.
Well, Ms. Watkins, I'm glad you pointed out because, you know, a lot of conservatives or far-right folks are really good at projection when they rail against indoctrination, and their solutions to it is indoctrinating people, and in this case, children, to their far-right views, or as I think you accurately said, white Christian nationalist views. Why push back on their indoctrination claims?
Well, I mean, these social studies standards added an extra 40 references to the Bible, and we're talking hyper-specific biblical lessons and how they influenced America. We have been accused of leftist indoctrination because we came up with these forms, but we are not introducing curriculum into the classrooms that has anything. We want to make sure that, see, Oklahoma is not all Christian. We are not all white. We have people from different cultural backgrounds, different sexualities, different gender identities, and we're all Oklahomans. Ryan Walters thinks that anything that isn't his very specific brand of Christianity is indoctrination, and that's not true.
Erica Watkins, thank you so much for coming on, and we'll be watching as this kind of unfolds.
And I see your earrings.
Yeah, the folding chair. She said, take a seat.